Hello friends, I am Swati Nalwaya, Associate Professor, Department of English, SPC Government College, Ajmer. In my last lecture, you must have heard my lecture on explanation of Sylvia Plath's poem Lady Lazarus, Part 1. Friends, I had talked about Lazarus as a biblical character who had died and was brought back to life by Christ. Sylvia Plath compares herself to Lady Lazarus and says, I have done it again. In the first three paragraphs that I had explained, I had mentioned that Sylvia talks about the suicidal attempts that she has made. And she says, since she lived for about 30 years, she managed to make one attempt every 10 years. And that she appeared to be looking like a living miracle, and her skin bright as a Nazi lampshade. I had also spoken about the Nazi and the Jew image. The image of an oppressor and the oppressed. Today I'll be explaining the remaining paragraphs of the poem. In the fourth paragraph, which reads, Peel off the napkin, O my enemy, do I terrify. Now Sylvia in this paragraph talks about an enemy which is unnamed. The image of peeling off symbolizes undoing the mask of the face. In the next paragraph also, soon the nose, the eye pits, the full set of teeth, the sour breath will vanish in a day. Now, Sylvia, when she talks about peeling off the mask, it seems that she has put a mask on her face of which she has become sick. She wants to take off that mask in order to get rid of the hypocrisy that she is living. Life itself has become a hypocrisy for her. Now, this image might signify a death wish on part of Sylvia Plath. First, she considered herself to become a miracle, and then now she considers herself as terrible when she says, do I terrify? That is, do I scare you? Definitely this image might signify a death wish. And she says that does she scare by the features that we can see or that one can see of Sylvia Plath? First, she likened her body to things, and now she talks about the skeleton imagery. So she questions what has become of her. It appears as if death seems to be terrified of her. She is no more a living creature. She just has a mask on her face, and the death wishes signified. So we see that she has been reduced totally to a skeleton, and she even stings. So she says that, do I terrify? The nose, the eye pits, without any nose, the empty eye sockets are there, and her full set of teeth is like a skull, and the smell of decay is also there on her breath, and she says this smell will vanish in a day. Now, in the next paragraph, which reads, para 6, soon the flesh, the grave cave it will be, at home on me. Now, in here, as Sylvia mentions, she's certain that her flesh will soon be restored to her face after having been sacrificed to the grave. Now, she also talks about that the skin that has decayed in her tomb will be back on her body. Now, she says that after some time, she will lead a normal life. Just after the attempt, she behaves very abnormally. But she knows that after some time, she'll become a smiling woman. Now, the image of grave cave is again an image of the suicidal attempt. The suicide attempt took some life out of her, aids some life in her. She'll become used to living her life without that portion, with that deadness within her. So, some life in her is extinct. Now, in the 7th paragraph, which reads, "And I, a smiling woman, I'm only 30, and like the cat, I have 9 times to die." As it continues from the early paragraph, she says that after all that, she would be again the same normal woman smiling. And here the image of a cat dying 9 times is again a reference, which is a reference of mythology. She says that her attempts do not succeed, though she attempted suicide thrice in 30 years. And maybe she'll attempt it 9 times like the cat if she remains unsuccessful till the 8th times. In the next paragraph, in the next coming paragraph, paragraph number 8, she talks about number 3, which I'll be talking about in my next lecture. Till then, goodbye and thank you, friends.